In the fast-paced world of crypto, rumors can spread like wildfire, sometimes in just a matter of hours. With so many eyes glued to screens, waiting for the next big announcement, it's no wonder that stories can take on a life of their own almost instantly. One of the most persistent and controversial rumors in recent months is the claim that Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange, actually apologized to Pi Network. This story electrified Pi's global community. For years, Pi Network users have been mining on their phones, hoping for recognition from a major exchange. The idea that Binance might have acknowledged them, let alone apologized, felt like a huge win and sparked celebrations across social media and forums. But, let's pause for a moment. Was there ever really an apology from Binance? Or was this just wishful thinking amplified by excitement and hope? The roots of this rumor don't lie in any official press release or public statement. Instead, it all started in the unpredictable wilds of social media, where speculation often blurs the line between fact and fiction. What really fueled the narrative were blurry screenshots, out-of-context messages, and endless debates in online groups. There was no concrete evidence, just speculation, wishful thinking, and a lot of noise. This episode highlights just how much crypto communities crave validation from industry giants. For many, even a hint of recognition can feel like a breakthrough. To uncover the truth, we'll dig into the origins of this rumor, compare it with Binance's actual statements, and take a closer look at Pi Network's recent developments and progress. We'll also explore why, despite all the hype and hope, a Binance listing for Pi Network remains out of reach, and what it would really take for that to change. So, let's dive in and separate fact from fiction in the ever-evolving world of crypto rumors, and see what's really going on behind the headlines. The Binance apology rumor actually traces its roots back to a clever April Fool's prank that took place in 2025. What started as a seemingly harmless joke quickly spiraled into a full-blown internet sensation, catching many off guard. The prank involved a fake screenshot, carefully designed to look like an official Binance announcement. It claimed that Binance had issued a public apology to the Pi Network community for delisting its token, a move that, if true, would have been major news in the crypto world. But here's the twist. Pi Network's token was never actually listed on Binance in the first place. The entire premise of the apology was built on a fictional event, making the prank even more deceptive. Despite this, the prank struck a nerve with the Pi community, who have long hoped for a Binance listing. Fueled by excitement and wishful thinking, the rumors spread like wildfire across X, Facebook, and Telegram, reaching thousands within hours. Many people overlooked the obvious flaw in the story and eagerly shared the image, adding to the growing buzz. The viral nature of the post created a feedback loop, where excitement and confusion fed off each other. It didn't take long for crypto news outlets and vigilant users to step in. They quickly debunked the hoax, pointing out the inconsistencies and reminding everyone that Pi had never been listed on Binance. Still, even after being exposed, the fake apology continued to circulate. The image was forwarded and reshared countless times, showing just how persistent misinformation can be, even after the truth comes out. This incident is a powerful reminder of how quickly viral content can shape beliefs and influence communities, especially in the fast-moving world of cryptocurrency. So next time you see a sensational crypto headline, take a moment to check the facts before jumping on the bandwagon. Staying informed is the best defense against falling for viral pranks and rumors. The April Fool's prank was just the beginning. Social media kept the rumor alive. Influencers and anonymous accounts posted cryptic messages hinting at a Binance-Pi partnership. Some twisted unrelated Binance apologies, pairing them with Pi logos to create false connections. User-generated posts on Binance Square were misrepresented as official endorsements. These tactics blurred the line between speculation and fact, feeding the community's hopes. Algorithms amplified the buzz, making the rumor feel like reality. In crypto, viral posts can turn fiction into fact overnight. The Binance apology myth is a textbook case of social media's power to shape perceptions. Always question the source, especially when the news seems too good to be true. In crypto, hype often outpaces reality. The Pi community's excitement reached a fever pitch with the highly anticipated launch of its open mainnet in February 2025. For years, millions of pioneers around the world had been waiting for this moment, their hopes and dreams riding on the promise of a truly accessible cryptocurrency. The announcement sent waves of enthusiasm through online forums, social media, and crypto news outlets, as users celebrated what many saw as the dawn of a new era for Pi Network. Since its inception, Pi operated within a closed ecosystem. Users could mine tokens on their phones, but those tokens were locked inside the app, unable to be traded or used in the broader crypto economy. This unique approach allowed Pi to build a massive user base, but also led to skepticism about whether the tokens would ever have real-world value. The launch of the open mainnet changed everything. For the first time, users could transfer their Pi tokens outside the app, opening the door to external wallets, decentralized applications, and even the possibility of trading on global exchanges. This breakthrough raised hopes that Pi would soon be listed on major platforms, giving it a real market price and allowing users to realize the value of their years of mining. For a long time, critics had dismissed Pi as vaporware, a project that would never deliver on its promises, but the successful launch of the open mainnet was a powerful rebuttal, demonstrating that the Pi team could execute on their ambitious roadmap and bring their vision closer to reality. With the open mainnet live, attention quickly shifted to the next big milestone: getting Pi listed on major exchanges like Binance. Exchange listings are crucial for any cryptocurrency, as they provide liquidity, price discovery, and access to a global audience of traders and investors. However, opening the network to the world also brought new challenges. Analysts and industry experts could now scrutinize Pi's tokenomics, security protocols, and overall transparency. Every aspect of the project would be examined under a microscope, from the distribution of tokens to the robustness of its blockchain. The launch of the open mainnet was a significant milestone, but it was far from the finish line. It marked the beginning of a new phase in Pi's journey. A phase filled with both opportunity and uncertainty. To secure a listing on Binance or any other major exchange, Pi would need to demonstrate more than just technical progress. Regulatory compliance, community engagement, and a clear use case would all play a role in convincing exchanges and investors of Pi's long-term potential. Now, the spotlight was on Pi to prove its value and transparency to the entire crypto industry. Audits, partnerships, and real-world adoption would be key factors in building trust and credibility. In many ways, the race for mainstream acceptance had only just begun. The open mainnet was the starting line, not the finish, and the journey ahead would test the resilience and vision of the entire Pi community. The real test for Pi Network was still ahead, proving that it could move from a promising experiment to a lasting force in the world of digital finance. Despite the rumors, Binance has never apologized to Pi Network, nor has it listed the token. The exchange follows a strict review process for all new listings, focusing on project maturity, utility, and transparency. Community size alone isn't enough. Binance wants to see real-world use cases in a thriving ecosystem. Polls show strong support for a Pi listing, but Binance prioritizes user safety and due diligence. As of early 2026, Pi hasn't met Binance's high standards for listing. No secret deals, no apologies, just a clear message: prove your project's worth. The ball is in Pi Network's court to meet Binance's requirements. Until then, any talk of imminent listings or apologies is pure speculation. Binance's stance is professional distance and caution. One major hurdle for Pi is its tokenomics. Centralized control over supply raises red flags. Reports show the core team and a few wallets hold a huge share of Pi, risking price manipulation. Binance demands clear, fair distribution and transparency, areas where Pi still fall short. Questions remain about Pi's governance, funding, and team identities. Security is another concern. New blockchains must prove they're safe from hacks and exploits. Binance would require a thorough audit before listing. Until Pi addresses these issues, major exchanges will remain cautious. Transparency and security are non-negotiable for top-tier listings. While Binance waits, other exchanges are split on Pi Network. OKX and Bitget listed Pi after the open mainnet launch, betting on its massive user base. These listings brought price discovery, but also wild volatility, with Pi's value dropping sharply. Meanwhile, Bybit's CEO publicly called Pi a scam, citing warnings about mobile mining schemes. The industry is divided. Some see potential, others see risk. This lack of consensus keeps cautious exchanges like Binance on the sidelines. Pi's reputation remains controversial, fueling debate across the crypto world. Until the picture is clearer, top exchanges will hesitate. Pi's community, tens of millions strong, is its greatest asset and biggest pressure point. Most pioneers want a Binance listing, seeing it as the key to Pi's value, but not everyone agrees. Some prefer building an internal ecosystem before chasing exchange listings. Polls show a split. Many want utility and real-world use cases, not just speculative trading. This debate shapes Pi's strategy, balancing hype with substance. The core team is developing dApps and marketplaces, aiming for real utility. For some, a high exchange price means little without practical use. The community's diversity of opinion keeps the project dynamic. Pi's future depends on both grassroots development and eventual exchange validation. The journey is far from over. As of March 2026, Binance has not apologized to Pi Network. Rumors are just that. The story began with a prank, grew through misinterpretation, and spread via social media. This saga is a lesson in skepticism. Always verify before believing. In crypto, excitement often blurs the line between fact and fiction. Major exchanges wield huge influence, but only real progress, not rumors, will earn a listing. Pi must focus on transparency, utility, and security to win over skeptics. For investors, due diligence is essential. Don't get swept up by viral hype. The future of Pi depends on fundamentals, not fantasies. In crypto, facts, not rumors, are your best guide.